Have you ever wondered if we're alone in the universe? Picture a scene of boundless expanse, a universe stretching out into infinity, speckled with countless galaxies, each teeming with millions of stars. This vast cosmos that we are a part of, can it truly be that among the uncountable celestial bodies, Earth is the only one harboring life? The concept seems far-fetched, doesn't it? Yet there are numerous accounts from around the globe, tales of strange flying objects, unexplained phenomena, encounters with beings beyond our earthly comprehension. These stories, often dismissed as fabrications, have contributed to a growing body of evidence suggesting the existence of extraterrestrial life. Among these countless narratives, there's one that stands out in its intensity, its detail, and above all, its credibility. An account that has stood the test of time and scrutiny, refusing to be swept away into the realm of folklore and urban legend. The Travis Walton story. On a chilly evening of November 5th, 1975, in the Apache Sitgreaves National Forest, Arizona, something inexplicable happened. The day began as any other for Travis Walton, a hard-working logger in the heart of Arizona's vast wilderness. Yet, little did he know, this day would etch his name into the annals of the unexplained. Walton, alongside his crew of 6, was wrapping up a grueling day of work in the forest. As they packed their gear into their truck, ready for the long drive back to Snowflake, Arizona, the mundane beauty of the setting sun was about to give way to an experience that would defy logic. As they navigated the winding forest roads, their journey home was abruptly interrupted by a sight that would bewilder even the most hardened skeptic. Hovering amidst the trees was an object, a spectacle that seemed to defy the laws of nature. It was not the familiar shape of any earthly aircraft. This object glowed with an intensity that painted the night with an eerie light, casting long, dancing shadows on the forest floor. Walton, driven by a curiosity that eclipsed fear, made a decision that would plunge him into a world of mystery and speculation. He stepped out of the truck, leaving the safety of his companions, and ventured towards the glowing entity. His friends watched in disbelief as he approached the object, their shouts drowned by the humming of the strange craft. Then, in a moment that would forever change their lives, Travis Walton disappeared. His friends could only watch in horror as the glow intensified, a wave of energy pulsating from the object and enveloping Travis. And then, as quickly as it had appeared, the light receded, leaving behind a void filled with dread and uncertainty. Walton, driven by curiosity, stepped out of the truck, and then he was gone. A man swallowed by the unknown, leaving behind only questions and the chilling silence of the Arizona forest. The disappearance of Travis Walton sparked one of the largest manhunts in Arizona. A sudden void was left in the wake of Walton's vanishing act, a void that the community scrambled desperately to fill. Search parties were quick to form, their ranks swelling with friends, family, and concerned citizens. The vast wilderness became a labyrinth of uncertainty, a puzzle that seemed to hold no solution. Local law enforcement, alongside volunteers, combed through the dense forests and treacherous terrains of Arizona. The search was exhaustive, their determination unyielding, but each passing day only deepened the enigma. The chilling silence of the wilderness echoed back their calls, their pleas for Walton to emerge from his unseen hiding place. Yet, the eyes of suspicion were not solely focused on the vast expanse of the wilderness. They turned, inevitably, to the last people who had seen Walton, his co-workers. These men, who had witnessed the strange lights and Walton's subsequent disappearance, found themselves thrust into an unwanted spotlight. Their accounts were met with skepticism, disbelief, and even accusations of foul play. The local community, struggling to comprehend the inexplicable, sought solace in more earthly explanations. Law enforcement was no different. As the days passed with no trace of Walton, the men who had been with him that fated night became the subjects of a different kind of search, one that sought answers not in the wilderness, but in the realm of human motives and deceit. Questions were asked, alibis checked, and trust was stretched thin. The spectre of suspicion had subtly shifted the narrative of the search. It was no longer just about finding Walton, but about uncovering the truth. Yet, despite the mounting pressure and the growing doubts, the search for Walton continued. An undercurrent of hope still flowed beneath the surface of fear and suspicion. It was a hope that refused to be extinguished, a beacon in the overwhelming darkness of uncertainty. 5 days passed with no sign of Walton. His disappearance remained a mystery. But the search was far from over. The quest for answers, for the truth, would continue. For some, it was more than just a search for a missing man. It was a search for belief. 5 days later, Travis Walton reappeared, but with a story that was hard to believe. The man who vanished without a trace was back, but the tale he wove was far from ordinary. Walton claimed that he had been abducted by extraterrestrial beings. He spoke of a spacecraft, unlike anything known to human technology. He described it as a smooth, gleaming disc, an unearthly vessel that hummed with a strange, vibrating energy. Inside, he said, the air was heavy and metallic, each breath a reminder of his surreal surroundings. He went on to recount his encounters with the beings aboard the ship. Walton described them as humanoid, but not human. Their eyes large and penetrating, their bodies slight and delicate. They moved with a fluid grace that seemed to defy our understanding of physics. They communicated not with words, but with thoughts, impressions that filled his mind with images and emotions. Walton also spoke of the experiments conducted on him. He described a table upon which he was placed, the cold, hard surface beneath him, a stark contrast to the warmth of his own skin. He told of strange devices that hummed and whirred, that moved with a precision that was both mesmerizing and terrifying. He recalled the sensation of sharp objects probing his skin, the cold touch of alien hands exploring his body. His tale was vivid and detailed, a narrative that seemed too elaborate to be a mere fabrication. Yet it was hard to accept, hard to reconcile with our understanding of the world, of the universe. The idea of extraterrestrial life, of beings from another world visiting ours, is a concept that challenges our most fundamental beliefs. Yet there was Walton, a man who had disappeared and returned with a story that was as incredible as it was unnerving. His detailed account shook the skeptics and left many wondering, could his story be true? The question hung in the air, a haunting reminder of the mysteries that lie beyond our grasp, waiting to be unraveled. Walton's story, as incredible as it was, had far-reaching consequences. Now we delve into the repercussions of his extraordinary tale. The aftermath of Walton's claims sent ripples through society, sparking fascination, skepticism, and an enduring debate about the existence of extraterrestrial life. In the wake of his alleged encounter, Walton was subjected to a series of polygraph tests. These tests, designed to detect deception, became a significant point of contention. Some results suggested truthfulness, others insinuated fabrication. The inconsistencies only fueled the fire of debate. The polygraph examinations, while not foolproof, added an intriguing wrinkle to Walton's tale, deepening the mystery and keeping the conversation alive. The media, always a sucker for the sensational, was quick to latch onto Walton's story. His account was catapulted into the public eye, making headlines across the globe. Television shows, newspapers, magazines all clamored for a piece of the action. Walton found himself at the center of a media maelstrom, a reluctant celebrity in a world hungry for answers to questions about our place in the universe. The impact on Walton's life was profound. The man who once lived in relative obscurity was thrust into a limelight he never sought. His claim, while bringing him fame, also brought scorn, skepticism, and a degree of isolation. It was a double-edged sword, granting him a platform to share his experience, but also subjecting him to relentless scrutiny and disbelief. The ongoing debate among skeptics and believers remains heated. For every person convinced by Walton's account, there's another who dismisses it as a fanciful fiction. Yet it's this very controversy that keeps Walton's story alive, ensuring it continues to capture imaginations and provoke discussions about the possibility of life beyond our planet. Walton's story remains one of the most compelling and controversial accounts of extraterrestrial encounter. Its impact resonates still, a testament to the power of a story that dares to challenge our perception of reality and forces us to question what lies beyond the stars. The Travis Walton story leaves us with many questions. Questions that resonate in the stillness of the night. Questions that echo in the silence of the stars. Walton's tale, a narrative of the inexplicable, has added another layer to the enigma that is the cosmos. It has fueled the fires of intrigue, fanning the flames of our curiosity and pushing us to probe further into the unknown. This story has not just stirred the minds of the curious, but it has also shaken the foundations of skepticism, urging us to reconsider what we may have once dismissed as mere science fiction. The Travis Walton account has become a cornerstone in the debate about extraterrestrial life, challenging our preconceived notions and urging us to question the limits of our understanding. It beckons us to ask, in the vast expanse of our universe, can we truly claim to be the only intelligent life?